Right-hand man on the pizza station, Hector Morales. And we're going to be trying some squares and a Neapolitan pizza here that Hector made.
It's got a twist to it.
It's got a twist. What's the twist?
The twist is, as you guys know, in this particular product and this particular product, I use probably 4 different flours here and 3 different flours here. So as you guys know, because you have a lot of experience, is that when you pick up the piece, go for it. Take one, and you're gonna see it. Okay? Do you feel it right away, the difference?
Yep.
It's not
soggy.
It's not paper thin, you know, and it's something I came up with. It's a different style.
I have your own style.
Listen,
we have our own style too.
That's right.
I don't consider ours true Neapolitan.
The flavor profile of mine is absolutely.
Right. Ours is more artisan than.
No, I get you.
Than Neapolitan.
Yeah, and you're in where? Oh,
we're in Evanston, Chicago, and Park Ridge.
That's
out
right.
of Chicago.
Yeah, and you're where?
I'm down in Indiana, Kentucky.
That's right, Indiana, Kentucky. So as you can tell,
it's got some body to this dough.
Yeah, it's got a little.
It's got fluff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of air, a lot of carbon dioxide. It's a very different animal.
And it doesn't, cook it.
Yeah.
Nice charred
So
body.
beautiful bubbling.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got cell structure all the way through. It's a little bit of a different animal. People love the flavor profile and they like a little bit more body. It's a very different animal.
If you could taste this right now, the freshness
Thank you.
of that tomato sauce.
Thank you. And it's clean, no sugar.
And that Galbani cheese.
Yeah, Ovalini, thank you Jim, Johnny, and the rest of you Galbani crew. This is a cheese that I work with. I do a couple of little things to tweak it because of my flavor profile, but all in all, it's 99% the way I want it. There are some tricks that you can do to different fior di lattes or fresh cheeses that are on the inside, but you can certainly tweak your cheese. You can add flavor profiles, decrease flavor profiles to your cheese.
Right, what we like about the Galbani Ovalini is like they make in Italy.
Yeah.
The taste.
Yes.
The texture, the firmness.
Yeah. Don't take this. And I know I've talked to the guys at Galbani, and this isn't about. I like the simplicity. I like the simplicity. I don't want somebody to try too hard with any of the ingredients I have.
Right.
Any of the ingredients I have, it's my job to do what I want to do with the ingredients, and then create this something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my classic.
The classic.
That's just the cheese pie.
And over here,
and this is the pizza, as you guys know, that kind of put me on the map in the world. And it's 4 different flours. It's, from my understanding, in between. It's a very different animal again because it's in between classic focaccia and, let's say, for example, pizza metro, which is like that.
Right.
So this is in between.
Tell us the time people know that this pizza here
let's do this.
is very time consuming
Pull it
to make
apart.
the dough.
Pull it apart, and you can see the cell structure. See it? And that goes all the way through.
Yeah, that's not just on the edge where you see it on a lot of these other styles. No. That's all the way through the entire pizza there.
Yeah, so you've got all this cell structure, and guys, dip in, give it a go.
Tell the people that are watching.
So this is a 3-day process, as you guys know.
This is 4 different flours.
4 different flours. So we do a very different process. There are more definite, because of my background, there are many different processes of baking. And as you guys know, flatbread was the original pizza, but bread. So I am a reader. I am thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a very different animal. Yeah, thank you. And what I did was I went back, I did an immense amount of reading, and I felt that after me being certified master, as you guys know, like if you're in college and you study Picasso, that doesn't mean you get out of college and you paint like Picasso. It's bullshit. You get out of college and you go, I can appreciate these artists, but I have to come up with something that I think is different for me. And I used all those different people, from Ernesto at Presidente Pizza in Napoli before he passed away, to listening to the owner of Antica and his unbelievable background, and some of the other people, the old timers in the business, and really, really looking at the historical perspective, and that's what I brought here. So all my pans are blue steel. They're not anodized aluminum. I had these pans made, so it cost me almost $900 to have 15 pans made. But this is what you get, you know? So we use great ingredients.
You wash your pans?
Never.
What do you do to keep them the way I just
We just like Nonna did. wipe them down, dude. That's it.
That's what we do too.
Yeah, my pans are like, if they could talk, forget about it. Forget about it. So again, this is
the tomatoes.
Thank you.
On here.
3 different tomatoes.
Explain them.
They are 3 different dehydrated tomatoes. So we dehydrate the tomato.
California tomato, or is it mixed?
It's a mix, which they do not sponsor you or me, so they don't get a shout out, sorry. So, but they're a phenomenal tomato. And I dehydrate them. And I dehydrate them for about a day and a half. So all that liquid drains, and then I use that liquid, which is beautiful because there's almost no seed in it, and I use that for my pasta in cooperation with another tomato, and that other tomato is an Italian tomato. As you guys know, you see 14, 15 different flowers over there. I use them all. In some capacity, seasonally. And then this, what I like about this product the most, and why we went, is the dry sausage or the pepperoni I use. And remember, this is all based on the temperature of the oven. So it's the waltz. I create the waltz. So the pepperoni is a Sugardale. It's 90-10, which means 90% pork, 10% beef. As you guys obviously know, a large percentage of beef pepperoni is used by the Muslim community because they don't like dealing with pork. So you get that hockey, that cooling pepperoni, which is very well cupping, they call it, and it's pretty well accepted in a lot of parts from the Midwest to New York, but that's not my cup of tea, and that's why at 635 degrees, none of this sausage cups, and that's why it burns a little, because there's no added or anything to do with sulfates. It's just a clean product. Thank you, Sugardale. Love their product, man. Sugardale's the bomb. So that's what we do.
Great looking pie. You can taste what we're tasting here. You would see what we're talking about.
And again,
And
it's
this place is beautiful. This is an old movie theater, and if you look around, it shows you around. Great beer selection. It's an old movie theater, so it's got
camera's still up. You see it?
camera's still up there. It's got big screens, 2 different sides, and it's got dual ovens here. I haven't gone to the other side to see what's going on there, but
So this building's built in 1925. 13 of them were in the state of Rhode Island, Southern Mass, owned by MGM Mir Corporation. This was an original vaudeville movie theater. I'll take you guys in the back and show you the stage. It's still here.
pretty cool.
It's really cool. Building, as you can tell, is built like a brick shit house. Outside walls are 19.5-inch concrete, poured concrete, with a 10.5-inch concrete slab roof.
And if you ever go live with this guy during the winter months, it's cold in here.
It's cold, dude. It's cold. We run the heat, but it's cold.
I know.
You know, but we get to -10, -15 around here now.
Wow.
So I wear shorts, as you guys know, all winter long. But yeah, so that's what we do. We use Sicilian sea salt. The flour that I'm using is anyone from Molina Piscina to Caputo. Some of the other ones, right now, me and Hector are really high on the Caputo Blue, Red, and some of the other ones I have there. I've probably worked with over 70 different flours from the Midwest to Maine grain, so I'm very high on. I'll have to get you guys some stuff. Organic flour from Maine grain, let's say, 11%, acts like a 13.5, maybe even a 13 3/4, 14.
And for those back home, what's the difference between the 11% and the 13%?
Oh, it's totally night and day.
What's the
It's the protein
I
and the
know.
gluten and the pulp.
Right.
So basically, it's the web structure of the product. Not really great for breads, but 9.5, 10, no bleach, no brome, or sometimes.
And that's
bleach and brome.
important. No bleach, no brome.
I don't use any no bleach, no brome.
Bromade's been known as a carcinogen.
Yeah, I don't use it.
It's located inside flour. That
It's added to it.
That's
added,
right.
It's added to it.
Yeah, why not beat the shit out of the flour then fucking send it
And the
back?
bleach is used to get the wheat faster, so
Yeah.
it doesn't mature into a natural wheat. That's why they use bleach and unbleached. So,
Yeah, it's crazy. Any questions? Anybody got questions, Lorenzo? Or are people just checking it out? It's a long one.
They're on there, they're tagging people.
So listen, this product and these guys, no matter how good we make product, it all starts with one thing, and I mean passion. You have to enjoy what you're doing. So if you're out there and you don't know nothing about pizza, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, make sure you do it at 100%. And from there, you'll do the best you can. Would you agree?
100%.
Seeing that you don't do well with dogs back in Italy. The last time you were trying to walk a dog, you snapped your arm like a pretzel, right?
A dog was trying to walk me.
That's right.
Nah,
Right
you
before we get on the bus.
You gotta find something. It might be pizza, it might be steak, it might be fish, it might be
Whatever it is.
Whatever you're gonna find that you're
Plumber,
gonna enjoy.
electrical,
Right.
doesn't matter.
Find something and give it your all. Don't half-ass any part of it.
Yeah.
Then you're not gonna enjoy what you're doing.
I totally agree.
And if you give it your all and you find out 6 months later you don't like it, go find something else.
So what did you do before pizza?
What did I do before pizza? I was in sales in the food industry.
And what did you do before pizza?
First job when I was 14 years.
Pizza.
Yeah, but I've been doing this since I was.
You're a lifer.
Yeah, you're
I'm hoping to get out someday.
When I started at 14 and a half, my dad got us a job. Gino was already there.
Yeah.
He was already working at the Pizzeria.
Sure.
And so was Bruno, our other partner. And I would answer phones, and then I got to watching the oven, then I got to making pizza.
Name me one thing in your area that's changed for the consumer, for you. What have you and your people love them or don't like them anymore?
They love them.
They love them.
And if you don't do them,
Where you come from?
right, because back when we started, going back, 1985,
Yeah.
and we had no coupons, we had no competition. There was,
What is
chains.
what is competition to you?
Well, not competition, but the chains weren't out. The
I
chains
understand.
started this marketing thing,
Sure.
offering coupons, building it up, and discounting their
Are you
pizzas.
talking about when you were a little kid, like in the 70s, late 70s?
Yeah, well, 80s for me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm an old bastard. What do you want?
Yeah.
That's when they started to really run amok.
Right. So they started to run the market, and they just kind of degraded themselves, in my opinion.
No,
By
they
throwing down and using coupons and stuff like that, it's just you should charge what you charge.
Well-
and be proud of what you charge.
Yeah, but you also have to realize, and I've talked on my live Facebook with Bobby Kelly, professional comedian, dear friend. Look up Bobby Kelly's Dynamite out of New York, New Jersey. When that first generation of Italian came here, back during World War II, especially when Mussolini was around and he was cleaning house in Sicily and Naples. When those young kids, 22, 21, 19, came here, they opened up bakeries. They didn't open up pizzerias.
Right.
And then they were slacking out the dough and coming up with what started in Rhode Island, which if you ever look at Rhode Island, it's that 3 by 8 inch slice. It's called strip pizza. That got created here, and that was shrinking out the dough. So the baker had made enough of his bread, got that bread dough, not pizza dough, and slacked it out. Then what happened was, all the World War II guys were coming back saying, there's this thing called pizza. Irish, Italian, all these guys. And next thing you know, bakers in the pizzeria, bakers in the bakery started opening up pizzerias. So in Rhode Island it was Ivazzo's, Lucille's, Caserta's. Some of them have gone. There's 1 or 2 left around, but the history changed when that original Italian in the late 60s in Rhode Island said, I've had it, I want to sell. Remember, those days were all cash. So now, who's the next generation in the state of Rhode Island? It was the Greeks. So the Greeks came in, and the Italian went, kid, I'm gonna sell you my pizzeria for cash. Last 20 years, I made a ton of money. The Greek comes in, buys the joint, guess what he does? Mom, I just bought a pizzeria. How do you make pizza? Because the guy never taught me how to make it. Use the Greek sauce, use the Greek dough, sugar. And that's how the original Greek pizza style started, because they had no choice. And then the first time in the United States where shredded cheese was used was in Worcester, Massachusetts, 1968, specifically December. I'm a little bit of a freak, that's why they came in.
He's a freak.
So
No, but
that's
yeah,
the history.
that's one big thing that's changed.
That's how you got that style. You just
But just everything has changed. Just the way we do things. And like you said, back then, if they had the internet, the Greeks would have known how to make dough because they could find everything online.
that's right.
Right? You could
Yeah,
find
but they
everything.
also run a 40, 45, 50% food cost, and they don't friggin' understand it. So what I mean by that is if a pizza costs you as the outside consumer, when he comes from $10, it costs that guy $5, $6, $7 to make it, and he doesn't know why. When he's not making money, he's like, oh, there's no more money in the pizza industry. No, you don't. You just don't know what you're doing. You're not charging enough, and you're buying ingredients that are too expensive. So it's an interesting scenario.
Well, we all thank you for watching. We won't
Thank you
bore
so
you
much.
anymore. We're gonna eat this delicious pizza, have a couple beers, watch the White Sox beat the Red Sox.
Now that I'm good with.
Okay, you're
I'm a
okay?
Yankee fan.
Oh, okay, good.
You know, I want to see those Red Sox get crushed. Yeah, good. 3-1. That's what counts.
That's good. We're looking good
What's the name
tonight.
of the pizzeria again?
Mad mushroom.
Mad Mushroom.
And Panino's. We're at Panino's Pizzeria, 3 locations, and Mad Mushroom has 5 locations.
Federal Pizza in Providence, Rhode Island. East Coast guy. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. See you next time.